What is going on YouTube? This is Jim back with another video here to take a look at some of the new cool hardware that was announced with the latest Nintendo Direct, which aired on February 17th, 2021. But before I get into the hardware, that's right, I would like you to subscribe. Super easy, takes just a second. Now, let's dive into this. I'm pulling some pictures from the official Nintendo of America Twitter and some other websites that had a little bit higher resolution than what was on the stream, but it is happening. We are getting a new Nintendo Switch console, this time the Monster Hunter Rise Special Edition. We are also getting some new Joycons to go with the Skyward Sword remastered version. So let's go ahead. We're going to focus on the hardware today. I will have a video tomorrow talking all about the actual Nintendo Direct itself. But I thought this was the coolest part of the Direct, so I thought we would start here. This is the Monster Hunter Rise Deluxe Edition. It includes the full game download and some DLC or whatever to go along with it. I am really excited for this game. I did a long, deep dive video talking about my thoughts on the beta, how accessible it was, the fact that it really kind of, catered to a single player. I thought, especially with the fact that you had two companions, different mounts. Today in the trailer, we saw even more ways to, commandeer other monsters to fight each other. Monster Hunter Rise was, or Monster Hunter World rather, was my first introduction, but Rise, I think, is the game that I'm mostly going to fall in love with. So the actual console itself is it's a gray variant, but they have put a lot of really cool effects on here. So the actual dock itself includes some really nice artwork actually, and it's kind of got two layers to it. It's got this, the black kind of background here, but then it's got this really nice gold kind of overlay on top of it. I think it really helps it pop quite a bit. They did include a separate picture here, and we're going to blow this up. I know it's grainy, but at least give you an idea of how big the artwork actually is. What I like about this, like I said, is that I think it really pops, and I think it has a nice look to it. The Joy-Cons are pretty busy. I do like the fact that they have something on each side, although the fact that it's kind of a mirror image in a sense of itself, I don't know. I feel like they could have done a little bit more here. When you really think about Joy-Cons, you're really limited in the space. I want you to keep that in mind. You really only have this area here. And this is something that PlayStation has always struggled with because of the way that their design is. Very limited space in which you can actually put things on the actual controller. This one is no different. And unfortunately, because of the limitation of this just tiny little piece of artwork, it doesn't have that same pop, I think, as the actual dock itself does. And I think that's a misstep. There is a little bit of gold inlay here, but not like there is on the actual console itself. And then it's kind of hard to tell, but there is a back shot of the console. They did not do a very good job of showing this off, honestly. This is why you have to kind of deep dive through this and look at every little nook and cranny. But there is actually some artwork on the back of the actual console itself as well, which I do like. And I'm glad that they are including that. When you think about the Nintendo Switch real estate, you're going to either be playing it obviously docked or undocked, which is why I feel like the artwork is very, very important on the Joy-Cons. Because if you are non-docked, that's really all you're ever going to see. You're never going to turn the console around and not look at the screen. And then obviously the dock, I think they did a phenomenal job on. So A+ on the dock, not so great on the actual Joy-Cons. But don't worry, if you don't like that, they are offering a Nintendo Switch Pro controller for Monster Hunter Rise. This is officially licensed. This is Nintendo. This is not PDP. This is not PowerA. This is the actual Nintendo controller itself from Nintendo. So it's the nice wireless variant. I don't know why this picture will not let me blow it up, unfortunately. It's the wireless variant. It's not like an aftermarket third-party deal. And this artwork looks very, very pretty. They've incorporated the best of both of these. You got the cool monster over here with the gold around the analog stick. They've put them both in one. I like this a lot. This pops a lot more to me than this does, for sure. I suspect most people, or already have a Nintendo Switch, right? But I think this is going to sell very, very well. I think this Pro controller is going to move a lot of units. I don't know if the Switch is going to do as well because it just doesn't seem like they put as much thought into it. But if Monster Hunter is not your thing, fear not. We have this bad boy here. Now, this is the Joycon. This is going to be the left and right Joycon set that is going to come with, be released around the Skyward Sword, re-edition, remastered edition. This Joy-Con looks really, really, really good. Way better than the other one. You have a lot of things going on here, and they put the Master Sword and the shield here so you can kind of see, kind of get an idea. I love that the design around each of the analog sticks is completely different. I like the fact that it is two different shades of blue, and I like the fact that the logo on the bottom of the Joy-Con is different. Now, they did, for whatever reason, decide to include some high, nice quality photos. This is from their official Twitter site, or their Twitter account, where they linked a few more things here. I like this. This pops a lot to me. And why they put nice pictures in here, but you don't get them for Monster Hunter, it's a mystery for another day. But these look really, really nice. And I don't really collect Joy-Cons, honestly. But these would be ones I would absolutely rock. I'm still using my original Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, the Neon Edition. So I got that really awesome blue and that really vibrant orange color. So I'm a big fan of non-symmetrical Joy-Cons in terms of color, obviously. This is cool. This is cool that you're getting two shades. And I think they did a really nice job with this. Nothing really exciting to see on the back. Maybe a little bit of a miss. I mean, there is a little bit of real estate to be had here. And I know I just got done saying that you don't really turn it around, but I don't know. I feel like they could do more. I don't know what they would put on the back here. I mean, clearly they got all of these, FCC warnings about wireless and a battery and all this stuff. It's just a lot of gibberish. I don't know. Maybe they could do more. And then here's a nice stock photo with the actual extender pieces on the side, which you're going to probably need to play if you do decide to get into this game, because they announced that it's still going to rely on motion controls. Oh, I think it's a horrible idea, but they're going to include them. So you're probably most likely going to play this undocked, and you're going to be holding these with these extenders, which makes me feel like this piece here is kind of boring. It's an afterthought. How cool would it have been to be the same shade, to extend it to make it look a little bit bigger? How cool would it have been to put a word or a graphic or something on these? They didn't. And honestly, looking at this photo, let me go back. Whoops, I got so many things open here. Looking at this photo, yeah, I believe they are different shades. I'm going to say that the one with the minus on it is slightly darker than the one on the plus. And you tell me. I'm going to post this picture here. We'll look at this again. I got my eye issue, so I don't see colors as well as I used to. But to me, the one on the left looks just a smidge darker. I wish they would have played with that a little bit more, but these really pop. So if you are a fan of Nintendo hardware, you got three new options. You got the Monster Hunter Rise Switch, you got the Monster Hunter Rise controller, and now you've got a Skyward Sword Joy-Con set. Leave a comment below. Let me know which of those three sounds the coolest, if you plan on getting any of them. I don't have a lot of links for today, unfortunately. Nothing really outside of the official Nintendo of America Twitch. I keep saying Twitch. Twitter. I will post a link here. I suspect you will see these popping up on all of your major retailers very, very soon. These are not Nintendo Store exclusives. You will be able to find these anywhere, so don't worry about that. As I say with all of them, though, if you are interested, pre-order, pre-order, pre-order. Nintendo loves to stop production early, so they like to have this artificial inflation of hype by not making as many as they probably should. I will most likely be throwing down on this one because it just looks really, really pretty to me. So with that, I am closing out this video. I hope you guys found it informative. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.